not making it a military program. The question then is, if it was not a military program, then why were the civilians debarred from entering into the premises of Sriharikota and this? You had regimented it. It is for the first time that the gates of Sriharikota have been unlocked in 2020. Who was the Prime Minister at that time? I am not going to say. Because this debate is not around Prime Ministers. Unfortunately, it has been sought to be. No, you made it. You made it a Nehruvian debate. I don't want to go into Nehruvian blunders. I'm not going into that at all, because I said, with all honesty, we'll talk facts, figures on the basis of evidence. We don't even need to name the Prime Minister. I'm not naming anybody. But this happened only in 2020. At the time of launching of Chandrayaan, Chairman Sir, there were thousand media persons right at the site watching it with their naked eye. Somebody tweeted from that side. I don't know whether it was Jairam ji himself. What is the difference? Kya bada ho gaya? I was that time at that side. The landing had just happened 10 minutes earlier, and the media person confronted me. What do you say? Ye aaya unka. वो भी विद्वान है. वो कह रहे हैं कि क्या फर्क पड़ा जो इतना शोर हो रहा है. I asked him, when did you come here last? He said, sir, first time. I said, that is the difference. No, this will tell you. बात तो आगे चलेगी. तो ये ट्वीट करने का क्या मतलब था? सुनिए बात को. You'll have to. Now the point is, the common man was debarred from even peeping inside the gates. This will address all that is being said. Now they are saying why they were kept away. You had kept the Space Department behind a veil of secrecy. You had regimented it. You had disallowed it to be synergized with all these stakeholders. You had disallowed to the industry to indulge in this. And that is why the progress got halted. It took us 75 years to reach where we have reached. And that has happened after the quantum leap of the last few years. What has happened? Before 2014, there were 4 startups in space. 4. It is embarrassing to say. Between 2020 and today, there are 150 startups. Earlier ones have already turned into entrepreneurs, like Skyroot and others. I'll come to, yes, one of our friends spoke about the science at large, that also I'll come, but let's first celebrate what we are doing. Then it was said, engineering colleges, government engineering colleges, women colleges, this is what Sri Jairam ji was saying. And he was saying, why you celebrate 5 IITs only? Thank God we celebrate. These were created by Nehru. But we have never said that our scientists are only from IITs. Even today, the gentleman I have introduced is not from IIT. None of them. And we have also celebrated women scientists, while Mr. Veera Muthul is the project director, the joint director is Kalpana. And of course, for Aditya, as T. Shivaji rightly mentioned, Nijar Sharji from Tamil Nadu. Now you have narrated entire history because you think you are addressing a house which hardly reads science, hardly reads space. So you score 1962, this happened, 1969, Sarabhai died. We know all those details. Sarabhai, I can give you even further details, how he died and what happened. He died from a myocardial infarction. There was a conference in the night, he didn't wake up in the morning. Then Satish Dhawan. No, you have spoken. You have spoken. You have spoken. I'm not yielding. What I'm trying to say is, you are trying to narrate a chronology. You are trying to narrate a chronology simply to submerge the facts. I'm coming to that.
Never from the seat like this.
I didn't interrupt.
Please, no, I don't give you floor.
No, I'm not
don't give
yielding
you
and
floor.
I didn't
Please
interrupt.
take your seat. Please continue. No. Don't come in defense of Jairam. Jairam is nothing will go on record. Jairam is competent to defend himself.
I am narrating
And if
all.
there will be an occasion,
I am
I'll give
narrating
opportunity.
both what the past governments did as well as this government does. And I'm not naming the prime ministers. Everybody knows Sarabhai passed away unfortunately at the prime of his life. Satish Dhawan stepped in, and of course he had to, for legacy reasons, the headquarter continues to be in Bangalore. Now who knows Satish Dhawan more? Incidentally, he belonged to Jammu and Kashmir, which many of the friends here may not be aware. Nevertheless, that is besides the point. What I'm trying to say is, need not share these facts just to impose ourselves. Let's actually talk about the facts and figures. Now, when you say what is new, and as it was tweeted, the new is the budget itself. I'm going to come to the funding as a whole, but if you see only the government budget, if you see the space budget alone, there is a 142% increase in the last 9 years. The budget of Department of Space in 2013-14 was 5,168 crore and 96 lakh. You can check, verify. The budget in 2023-24 for Department of Space is 12 crore 5,043 crore 91 lakh, nearly 13,000 crore, almost 3 times increase. Now, for the friends who were generalizing, saying what is the science budget, I can give you individually. Overall, if you see all the science departments, the total budget in 2013-14 was 21,025 crore. This year, it is 57,303 crore and 69 lakh. I'm not going to the other departments of science because, for example, even in atomic energy, somebody was referring to atomic energy. It was 7,561 crore in 2013-14, and it is now up 3 times, 25,078 crore. If you go for science and the Department of Science and Technology, it was 7,000 crore in 2013-14. To be precise, 7,051 crore, 74 lakh. Somebody can take down these figures and verify them. In 2023-24, it is more than twice, 16,361 crore and 41 lakh. Now, what more in funding? Our friend who claimed to be a scientist was bemoaning this. What earlier governments did not do and what this government has done. What he was trying to suggest is that we should make it more liberal for funding. Maybe he has not gone through because that day there was so much of din. Unfortunately, discussion could not happen when I brought in the National Research Foundation bill over here, the Anusandhan bill. I wish you were there, we could deliberate on that.
They were not interested.
That has precisely addressed what Honourable Member Mr. Pathak was mentioning, which could not be addressed by the earlier government successively in 75 years, has been addressed now. I'm not going to name who's the Prime Minister. Anusandhan National Research Foundation envisages almost 80% of funding from non-government sources. It was important for India, ladies and gentlemen, Honourable Member, Honourable Chairman, sir, because if we have to grow globally, we have to live up to global parameters, we have to be ready for global challenges, and we have to beat them in the global strategies. America already had a foundation, I'm sure he must be aware, claiming that he is scientist from abroad, the National Research Society. Some of the European countries had, like Germany. Why didn't we have? Why did we have to wait 14 prime ministers? Why we waited for 14 prime ministers? Who will answer this? And this is all based on facts and figures. You can check it.